Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tracy Gohrick Light, Hope and Healing. I'm Tracy Gohrick. I'm a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor. Use all that to help you find out what's wrong, get well, and stay well. All these videos give you tips on how to do all of that. So today's topic is why you should do things that you think are hard. Now, this one's come up because I noticed with myself and my family and clients how we get in these funks where we just quit doing things that we think are hard. And what's interesting is sometimes these things are things we used to do. For example, the other day, 4th of July, I needed to go make some of the food for it. And I was like, oh, I was kind of dreading it. I'm like, oh, feels like it's going to be hard, right? Once I got in there and just did it, it wasn't hard. So what is it that's going on with us, right? And why should we push ourselves through it? Because we really, really need to push ourselves through it to overcome this, because in the end, when I did the potato salad, it wasn't hard anymore. So here's what's happened and what I see with myself and others. I've been getting into watching these shows on YouTube, and I enjoy sitting there and watching them. But what happens is I'd rather sit there and watch it, and if I have to get up and go do something else, I feel like it's hard. Well, is it really hard? No, it's not. Now, the thing is, it's pulling you away from, I'll just say, being lazy, because that's how I feel. Here's where the issue is coming in with being lazy. Now, there's a fine line, because sometimes you do just need to take time and sit there. But when it keeps going on for a long period of time, or day after day after day, it's going to start making you feel depressed, get into a funk, be slow moving, and it could cause you headaches, and you get more stressed because you're not up doing things that you normally would have been doing, right? So when you get into those funks, then it just gets harder and harder and harder to do it. So the point is, push yourself through it, especially if you've gotten to a funk, if you've gotten into a little depression. It's about trying to push yourself through it and do the things that you're stopping yourself from doing. Because sometimes you just don't want to think, you don't want to focus on things. Whatever it is, it's holding you back, so you sit down and you watch TV as a distraction. It could be other things that are distracting you, even reading a book, or I don't know, just whatever else you think distracts you. Those are the things that I know I've used for distraction: TV and reading a book. Now, I'm not saying stop watching TV altogether. I'm not saying stop reading books, because those are good. You should do things to enjoy it. The thing that happens, though, is if you do it too much or for too long of a period of time, then that's all you want to do, and then you're not doing the other things, and then they feel difficult, and then you don't want to do them because it feels difficult, and then it just compounds. And this is what I've noticed with people who retire. You're forced to do the work. You're forced to get up every day and go to work. Well, what happens when you're retired? You don't have that thing where you're being forced to do it. You have all your time to yourself. It's hard to go from a transition of being forced to do it to not being forced to do it, and then having to come up with ways for yourself to do it, right? You tend to fall into a funk. Well, okay, it's time for me to retire and relax. I don't have to do anything. What happens with that, though, is you sit around doing nothing, and then you go and fall into a depression. You tend to, then pain and illness will come more. You get into this mindset that, oh, I'm retired, and then you age and get older and then you just quit doing stuff because, oh, I'm old now. There is no age that you have to stop doing anything. You do not want to fall into that mindset. So it's about pushing through things that are hard, right? Push through things that are hard. Because if you don't do that, you're going to fall back into this vicious cycle. And you don't want to fall into that cycle. You don't want to fall into the cycle of, oh, I can't move my body. If you start sitting around and you don't push yourself to forward, you are not going to be able to move your body, and it will be more difficult. That's why a lot of people don't exercise. Well, it's difficult. You want to push through the difficult, okay? Get up and walk. Get up and move your body for just 20 minutes. Walking, just move your body for 20 minutes. Walk, ride your bike. Find a video. They have walking videos that you can do inside if the weather's bad, right? I have a rebounder that I have in my house. I love it. I do that for at least 20 minutes every day. A lot of times I do it twice a day for 20 minutes. You want to come up with things that are going to push you to start doing things. Because if you fall into the not doing anything, it's going to be difficult for you. And then it's overwhelming. So when something feels hard, I want you to push yourself to do it. Because there's several things going on. Once you get to do it, like with my potato salad, I was like, well, that wasn't hard. What was I thinking? You know what I mean? Why was I dreading it? So once you actually push you through something that you think is hard, it's not going to be hard, right? So it's about pushing yourself through things that feel hard, moving your body. Go make the potato salad. Go do some cooking. You know, that's one thing that I've like, once my kids got older and my husband retired and I started doing more of the business, he started taking over that stuff. So it's about pushing myself back into it. It wasn't hard before. I would just do it all the time. But when you step away and you get distracted by things and sitting there, you think that it's something you want, but in the end it's not. Because you tend to decline mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically when you start doing that. So it's about pushing yourself to do things that feel hard. Like I said, walk, go cook, journal, write things you're grateful for. You know, like I said with the 100, remember the 100 things you're grateful for? Everybody's like, oh, I can't do it, and nobody can finish it. Push yourself through the things that are difficult. Really, when you look at it and you do it, was it hard? Yeah, it's a little time consuming, but was it hard? No. When you start to do the hard things, then you can start looking at the hard things in your life. Because when you see you do the things you perceive as hard, right? Like the cooking for myself, when you perceive that as hard and you do it and it's not hard, then you start to realize, well, what is really hard? There's nothing hard. It's just making yourself do it. So then you'll start working on the things that need to be worked on. It's hard. It's hard to look inside and see what's happened to you or to heal yourself. That's hard, right? So once you start doing the other things you perceive as hard, then you'll be more likely to start doing that stuff. Because it's about training yourself to do the hard things, okay? So, one thing that me and my husband talked about, so we've been wanting to do it forever too. How to overcome hard things. Learn new things. Keep working your brain. You don't get to a certain age and just quit. Keep working your brain. So me and my husband are going to start learning Spanish because we love to go to Mexico vacations, and I would love to speak to the workers there in Spanish because I love them. They're the nicest people. When we go to these vacations, we make friends with them. I want to be able to speak to them. Plus where I live, it's pretty Spanish speaking here, so I want to learn it. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to learn Spanish. So like make the effort to learn something new. Just always keep learning, right? It's about keeping yourself active, keeping your mind active, keeping your body active. And it's not an age thing. It's not even like I'm talking about people who are retired necessarily. There's young people that get in these funks where they start doing that. And then it's hard for them to work out. It's hard for them to go for a walk. It's hard for them to want to learn something new once you get out of school, right? So it's always about pushing through the hard and watching your life open up to other things and seeing that it's easy and feeling more fulfilled with your life by doing those things. In the end, it comes back down to your health, right? when you're working on yourself and you're doing things like that, working through the hard, then you can it'll be easier for you to start working on yourself and healing yourself. Because people who have chronic illness, it's hard. It's hard to overcome it. Push through the hard and keep going. Keep doing the things that will help you. All right? So I hope this video has helped you. If you like this video and you feel you need more, but you feel you need more accountability, come join us in my group membership. It's $9.99 a month. We meet twice a month on Tuesdays where we do questions and have topics to talk about. On Mondays I do a message for the group, and Wednesdays I send healing to what you post that you want healing sent to. There's a lovely, lovely people in there that are all doing the same thing as you, working on themselves, trying to get better and heal. And you have that accountability and the support, and I am in there with you. So we'd love to have you. All the links are in the description. All right, so get ready for the healing meditation now. If you are driving and using heavy equipment right now, stop the video and come back when you are no longer driving or using heavy equipment, because we do the healing meditation and it can put you a little bit off and you don't want to be driving or using heavy equipment. So let's get started with the healing meditation. Close your eyes. I want you to imagine the violet flame below your feet. It's coming up and around and through your whole body, cleansing, clearing, and purifying everything. Any negative thoughts that come up, put them in the violet flame. Any anger, stress, frustration, put it in the violet flame. And now anything you feel may have come from others, put it in the violet flame. Any arguments you've had, any traffic incidences, because you will feel it from them and it's not yours, it's theirs. So put it in the violet flame. And then finally, anything in the consciousness. Any fear, anxiety, stress, anger, just release that into the violet flame. Now I want you to take a deep breath in. Hold it and exhale. Take another deep breath in. Hold it. And this time on the exhale, release everything no longer serving you in the violet flame. And one last deep breath in. Hold it. And this time on the exhale, relax your whole body. Now I want you to imagine this gold light coming down from God's source, gets to the top of your energy, it splits apart there and goes all the way around and connects below your feet. So you're in this bubble of gold light from God's source. Again, I want you to imagine gold light coming down from God's source. This time it goes into the top of your head. It's going to go all the way down your spine to your heart. You're going to open your heart up and you're going to send gold light from your heart to those that have harmed you. This is to help the situation. You don't need to be around them, hang around them, talk to them. You want to heal the situation for you. So send gold light now to those that have harmed you. Now I want you to add sending gold light to those you may have harmed. Same thing, it's just to heal the situation for you. And if you can't think of anybody you've harmed, just send it with the intention that it goes to those that you may have harmed. We all do it unconsciously, or sometimes consciously or unconsciously. We're all working from our triggers and our hurts, and our past traumas, so you want to heal the situation. So send gold light now to those you may have harmed. And again, if you don't know, put it with the intention that it goes to those you have harmed. So do that now. Now add sending gold light to all of your family. And now add sending gold light to everyone in your city. Now add sending gold light to everyone in your state. And now add sending gold light to everyone in your country. And now add sending gold light to everyone in the world. When you feel that's done, bring the gold light back into your heart. Leave your heart open because it closes down from traumas. We want to leave it open. Take that gold light down your spine till you get to your hips. It's going to split at your hips and go down both legs. Out the bottom of your feet, down into Mother Earth, wraps around the crystals of Mother Earth, back up your feet, up your legs, connecting back at your spine, all the way up your spine, out the top of your head, up to God's source, whatever your belief is, and then back down into the top of your head. So you're getting healing energy from God's source, Earth, the crystals, and I'll send healing now. All right, take a deep breath in, hold it, and exhale. Release everything into the violet flame that came up for you that needs to be released. We're going to take that violet flame back up to God's source to transmute it. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Open your eyes. Thank you so much for being here. That's what I've got for today. Go do something you love, something that lifts you up, brings you joy. Do at least one thing every day that you love. Do one thing every day of self-care. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate. Do at least one of those every day. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything and everywhere. And when you see something in someone that stands out to you, say it to them. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for every day. Do these things, guys, and I promise you, you're going to see a difference in your life. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.